Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is the first time I've had the privilege of speaking here on the House floor, and I'm very glad that it can be in support of a bill that will literally change the lives of so many Ohioans by expanding access to reliable internet. Internet is not a luxury in 2021. It's a necessity. More than 1 million Ohioans lack access to reliable internet, and it is leaving my constituents behind, it's leaving your constituents behind. Before COVID, we already had issues with students unable to access the internet to do their homework, businesses that couldn't sell their products online, patients who can't access the same telehealth opportunities as their fellow Ohioans who live in better connected communities. But in this time of COVID, all of these situations have gotten worse. In my district alone, we have kids sitting in the parking lot at McDonald's to do their schoolwork. Parents tell me they're driving around late at night searching for a Wi-Fi signal to upload assignments for virtual learning. We have even some residents who've lost their jobs when their employer transitioned to work from home and they lack reliable internet access at their home. We've all gotten a lot of these stories, and at the end of each of these stories I receive, I usually get the same two general questions. Is anyone in Columbus listening? And does anybody really care? Mr. Speaker, by passing House Bill 2, we will tell these 1 million unserved Ohioans that they are not forgotten and that help is on the way. I learned early in this process not to try to explain this bill better than Representative Carfagna, so I'm not going to rehash any details. I will just note this does still require providers to have financial skin in the game, but this bill provides grants to cover those hard-to-reach last-mile connectivity, those hard-to-reach homes. And in a lot of ways, this bill does the exact same thing in regard to expanding internet access that government did to expand electricity and clean drinking water in generations past. And in doing so, we're requiring the providers to list specifically every single address they're going to serve through this program. And we've got a 4-year monitoring program afterwards to make sure that the residents are receiving the internet speeds that this bill requires. In the last several years, I've been encouraged to listen to Ohio start to talk the talk when it comes to expanding internet access to rural communities like those that I serve. But House Bill 2 is the most aggressive step yet that Ohio is taking to actually walk the walk in expanding that internet access. I think we should note that a couple of General Assemblies ago, when Representative Carfagna first introduced this bill, he asked for $2 million to get it started, which he said at the time, it's a drop in the bucket, but we got to start somewhere. When we reintroduced the bill, we were trying to get $20 million. Another good start. But I will join in thanking Governor DeWine, Lieutenant Governor Husted, and the administration for endorsing, putting more money behind this effort. And so today, we're looking at $210 million to really make meaningful progress to extend internet access to the residents that we served. And I think there's a lesson there, not just for, probably for all of us, but certainly for new legislators like myself. Like the old saying goes, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And, who knows, maybe you'll get an extra $190 million added to your bill. So I applaud Representative Carfagna for many years of hard work, sticking with this issue when it was tough. And on a personal note, really appreciating him being gracious enough to allow me to have a very small supporting role in helping bring this bill to the House today to serve the residents that I'm privileged to work with. Mr. Speaker, the lack of reliable internet access is the #1 issue for unconnected communities across Ohio. And by providing internet access to families who do not have it, we are going to open up a whole new world for these families. We're going to strengthen our economy. We're going to enhance public health, improve our education, energize Ohio's job creators. That's what we get to do today in House Bill 2. That's what we get to give to Ohio. And I respectfully ask everyone to vote yes. Thank you.